Hello, comrades. It's Premier Rever. Back again, looking down at our city of Neuve Revergrad. Not a whole lot has changed. Not a whole lot of time has passed. Almost none since the end of the last episode. We are still plugging away at a few roads. I hope if you got a chance to watch our KSP Man on the Moon mission, we have managed to launch a satellite. Not a satellite, I'm sorry. We managed to launch a probe into the atmosphere. So, but we have our own space program here, which has led me to another thing. I want to prioritize, to some degree, getting a TV station going. That'll be one of the first things we start to build, because if we actually do launch a man to the moon, which is quite a feat for our small Soviet republic, we will definitely want people to be able to watch it on TV, right? We don't want to count on the Americans to broadcast, or even the Russians to broadcast our fine moments. So we will get a TV station going relatively quickly in amongst all this stuff. Of course, we got plenty of stuff to build, but it'll be a while before our space program is up to snuff, so to speak. We are still learning and haven't actually managed to get a craft back to Earth yet, which is good that we have been learning without killing any of our astronauts or our revernauts at this point. Cosmonauts, whatever you want to call them. So, I've got time going. The only thing I did while it was still paused was just make sure people generally had enough stuff to do, and I didn't see any super major catastrophes. One problem that we're having a little bit, and I hope it doesn't become an issue, is we are now having the opposite problem, where we are full of fuel, but not full of bitumen. So I want to keep an eye on that. We might have to stop and start this train a little bit and see how that goes. Because of the issues that I'm having here, one of the things that this game doesn't allow you to do very well is balance out things. Like, there's no real mechanism here to say, no, you go one way until you're full, right? Like, I'd like to make sure this tank was always full first, but I don't know of any way to do that. We can cut it off pretty easily, right? Like, don't go that way, don't go this way. Did I just mess this up? There we go. But we can't, like, prioritize one over the other, which is actually the reason for trying out this whole... Oh, that's Farminsky. Spin around a bit. Yep, that's Stalingrad. This whole train thing down here, right? Like, my hope is that this is balancing out some things, as far as I'm prioritizing dropping here. You know, with the trains, you can make sure that they dump their whole load. They can wait here to make sure that the power plants have a full load in their prospective storage yards, right? And then they'll go and drop off here. So if you guys know of another way that you can prioritize that, like, I'm actually worried that this isn't going to work very well. If you watched all these videos about designing this area, you know, there's a concern there. So in any event, we'll plug forward. It's all learning experience and it's all fun. So that's what counts. I did do one thing since the end of the last episode. I actually did it just a couple days ago. And that was finish up getting these roads on this side attached. And I came over here and I was going to get this one attached. And then I looked at this and I took one of the railway aggregate loadings, right? And I said, boy, that would look nice right there, right? I leveled it out. I actually would want to put this guy, I think, this way, maybe? Or no, do I want to put him... No, yeah, I think this way, where we would have a conveyor coming up into here. Now, this train would be, like, dead-ended, right? Like, we couldn't necessarily turn it around. But it would be pretty nice to have it where it was, you know, they could come in here if we sent one or two to this stop and come back out as an alternative, right? One of the things I want to do, let's see. or thought of doing was like this. Like we could still do this, right? So I'm going to put this guy this way. I think that conveyor will attach, or at least close enough. Yeah, we'll have that road come out that way. I don't really plan on people coming to here that much. Let's get this leveled a little bit more. And a little bit more this way. So what I want to do is make it so these trains can actually turn around and they don't have to just flip over, right? I have found that we're going to get a traffic jam. So the question is, are two of these enough? And then I started looking at this one and saying, well, if I put one here, right, which would work, and I might want to redo this road a little bit just so that we can make sure we get past that conveyor. Plus, it's not letting me plop this guy down. You know, would we be able to get this over here, say, even if it wasn't perfect, you know what I mean, as far as where it goes. Now, let me plop this one in, even though we won't build it. How's that sound? Because, again, I want these to be like through driving kind of things. Right? Again, I don't plan on actually building that, but it'll be like a space holder. So I don't like the way this one is. I think I want to change that a little bit. Let's go ahead. You know what? We're just going to do this. Demolish. Right? And we're going to get rid of this road a bit. We're not on roads. Let's go to roads. And I just want to redo that one. Let's go. Do we have... No, we don't have storage there. I do think they could rearrange these storages slightly. What do we have here? Large? I would hope large storage. Yeah. Right, and if I put this a little bit more this way, I could keep it up kind of tight where I could get it. I think we could still get a looping around road. And maybe be able to get an alternative track down that way, right? An alternative. Yeah, let's go a little bit closer, as close as we kind of can, knowing that we might make that a double track up there one day. I don't want to go. We need a little extra room to get that road out the side without messing. All right, so now we could. We don't have train loading here. So if we, nope, that's unloading. Loading. Oh, did I put in? That's an unloading. Bulldoze that. Well, that's the right one. No, is that the right one? No, that's the wrong one. Yeah, so we would have this guy here. Oops, did I miss? Yeah, you want to be leveled that little bit. We could even cheat it back a little bit. I don't think would hurt to where we still believe the conveyor. Again, not going to build that one anyway. Yeah, that's we don't want to unload. So I'm going to keep this guy tilted at such an angle that I think we can turn the track and loop him around somehow without trying not to get into this area too much. And then that would allow us a little more bulldozy action. Like we could have one over here, right? No, this way. And again, this will just be like a space holder as far as I don't plan on building it because I don't like the fact that it doesn't loop, but this would allow us to load more trains. I don't know that we even need this, but it's certainly not going to hurt much, right? At least to plop them down and say, look, don't build anything else right in this spot. Like, leave that leave that empty enough. And then this guy could come kind of like the other one is. Yeah, I'd like to leave him sort of tucked in there pretty well. And I'm hoping we can... Yeah, I don't want to mess up that. Now, can I get a road out? No, I was kind of afraid of that. All right, let's get a road out somehow. Okay, train aggregate load. Oop, no. Back to railroad tracks. Bring that a little bit for. I want to stay as close as I can. Maybe if I go like this, I really want this more in an angle like that. There we go. All right, good. So that road's out. This doesn't need any tracks, but it's going to need a conveyor across there. So I want to do this if I can. Just hopefully that allows for these conveyors to just need one. Yeah, see that's sort of, I think it would really be nice to get a conveyor up through there. So let's, not a conveyor, a road. Let's put on these wireframe a little bit. I don't want to bring it down so much that we can't. Yeah, it's kind of too red. Get rid of some of that over here. All right, so let's see. Is that enough? Can we get a road through there now? Yes, except it's not quite where I wanted it on this end, which is okay. Can I get... Oh, I don't want a paved road like that. We can always upgrade these roads, right, to paved if we decide to actually use them a bit more. That might look nice right there. Good. Now we have railroad tracks and whatnot to get past this road, or do we... Yeah, you know what? Let's get rid of this one, and I think we can stay to the east of that. There we go. Oh, come on. Yeah, this one could probably go right over that way, right? And then this one. Very good. Again, these are all, I'm considering all of these construction roads. Too sharp a turn. Kind of ugly, but now what about this? Leave a little bit of that one there. There is a conveyor right there, so we will reattach down here. All right, that's better. Yeah, that one's already attached on the other side. So good. Looks like we have all our roads attached. Oh, jeez. All right, let's do that. Good. So now we have to get the train lines going up this way, which I want to think about building bridges across here, right? We also need to just get the tracks in here for these 2 or 4. Like, kind of consider that these might get attached one day, but build the tracks for this one and this one. But let's go take a look at how we're doing. You are still building your warehouse. You don't have any emergency things. Are we done paving? Yes, we're done paving that little stretch of road, which, even though these guys aren't the best at it, we'll keep them working on paving these roads. Yeah, you can't get to anything else, right? No, all the other roads are done. Looks like we're done the other food warehouse or food factory too. Can we get to... we didn't do this one. Well, that's all right. These guys should be able to handle building that road. And let's have them build this as well. And then Hegiodal we have working over here. Good, we got more of these roads done. So let's assign, well, you know what? Yeah, let's assign you to this one, since you're kind of closer that way. And then these guys are still doing this one, but we can have them do, say, this one. Good. That'll keep them busy for a few minutes and out of our hair. And then we have these guys over here. Look like they're still busy. Yeah, I gave them a bunch of roads, or a number of roads. So they're not... Yeah, they're still working on graveling that one, and they're working on graveling this one, so that's fine. And then these guys look like we're done another one of these. So let me get them to work on, where is it? Over here, this, and this. All right, so we're making some progress. Now, there was a suggestion that I had gotten to put a cement thing over here, a cement storage, but I'm not going to do that, and not because it's not a good idea. I think in the other ones, when we build one of these alongside of another construction thing, but for now, my cement and asphalt are like right here. So we might even come in and do something else to get them bitumen and asphalt down, or concrete cement down this way. But we'll see. Like, this is working well enough for the minute, right? At least in my opinion it is. So how are our rail construction? But it is a good idea. And in the next design of this, especially if there's no other construction supplies already in the area, we'll definitely want to remember that we want to probably bring bitumen and cement to the area. So we're down one. We have 4 trains. Like, this guy's just about to get done this. What are you working on? That track there. Okay, so there. Oh, okay. He's going to pick up another one. So I think that means that. Well, let's see. I don't know why they ended. I closed that thing by hitting escape. I didn't want to do that. All right, so where are you? Chemsaw unfinished railroad. So you were working in here and got finished something or something for some reason. All right, so let's hit plus. I see the guy on that other track. All right, hopefully that doesn't cause a traffic jam. And then how about over here? You know what, I think I forgot to look at these guys earlier. Well, they have 4 assignments. Look, well, you know what? We're not having that problem, but we have the limited storage checked. So, I'm wondering if I just wasn't having so many problems because somehow I forgot to check that. I could maybe go back and look through videos, but now, are these guys out and about building stuff? Well, you should be if you're not. I don't see them. Oh, well, see, I think they're doing some. They're doing some really strange looping around, and it's really slowing them down. See him coming back from wherever the heck he just went? Like, let's just double check here and take a look at our railroad signals, right? You know, they can go either way in and out of here now, right? So it doesn't, they should be able to come over this way, right? And then we come down here, and even though they can go both ways, and there's no other signals that I can see to stop them from going to this crisscross, they should be able to crisscross and then go whichever way they want. So I don't see why they're not There's no one ways in here yet because, again, we're just in construction mode. Now this guy, I guess I could put another signal here just for the sake of making that a full block, right? Because I could see how that would certainly be asking for a jam up. And then we have this, which again, this isn't going to affect their thing now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand why they're looping all the way down and around there. And they don't have any messages telling me they can't work. We do have too much gravel here, but we still have plenty of other stuff, right? Yeah, see, they're heading on down the other way. And I don't know why. This guy's all the way down kind of by Revergrad. Yeah. Well, I hope they work on the train pathing while they're working on the train signaling. And I'm assuming that, I don't know how often they upgrade that map, but anyhow. All right, so let's take a look at this and see what it would take. We want these guys to be able to come in here and yeah, this is going to be kind of tough without interfering with this, just because of where this guy is. But let's go and take... Right, like, is that even going to work? Well, you know, what we would do, I think, is... Yeah, let's put that guy there, and then... You want level... Yeah, okay, so you're... I don't know why you just did what you did, but... We don't necessarily need all that space. And we can actually cut into this lake a little bit if we need to, but let's come here and... level a little bit more of this up. Yeah, how are we going to get it? That guy's like way up in the air now, which we actually kind of need. So if he were to come in, good. So that would sort of work, wouldn't it? Yeah, depending on exactly where it lays out, that might actually kind of work. Now this one, well, maybe back to like there, and then we'll bring this guy straight, and we'll kind of keep him far away from that guy. And this would come in like that, and then this one, we'd want to put another track. Nope, stop that. Right, and then that would be the one that comes back out. So it'll be a little bit goofy that they have to come in here and loop around. Right, now can this guy... So this is where we're going to want to come out a little bit straight, so maybe we could put a signal on there. And they would come in this way. Right, for now, again, we're not going to necessarily build that even, but at least we know it could be built, right? And it would be, if we even thought we needed 4 of these, which for many reasons we may not need 4 of those. All right, so now this guy can come up this way. And this guy, yeah. All right, you're not going to like that, but we can... See if we can't get that a little more yellow orange-ish the whole way. And we want to come out straight. Oh, that's the wrong kind of track. All right, let's come out. This one. Yeah, see, I want to come out a little bit straighter because then you could put signals. We'll get this guy to go over. There we go. Yeah, so theoretically, and I'm not sure how you would force them. I don't know if they're going to be smart about picking each track there, but so what that means is I think we want to build a railroad bridge, even if it's a little bit overkill for now, that spans a nice size gap right here, right? That's roads, or railroads, I mean. So let's come up here. What happened there? Get rid of one more little section, and then what I think I want to do is level this a little bit more, right? Maybe even, oh, hopefully it's not. Yeah, we need to get a fire station down here. I think Adam said something about that, and he's absolutely correct. Now, you know what we're going to do? Yeah, I don't mind if that bridge starts at a little bit extra height. All right, so let's see. Can we get, what kind of bridge do we want? How about a concrete bridge? And we're going to try to go up 3. Come on. I really want you to start sooner rather than later. And we'll come over. I kind of want to maximize out the... All right, let's get rid of... Now, is that enough? Let's get rid of more of this. I actually don't like that much. Because, well, we can get these two through. 1, 2, 3. Now, I'd like to, let's just go a little bit different. Oh. There we go. Right, like I want to make sure we have at least 4, if not, yeah, like to me that would be a good extra one. There we go. That's going to span kind of the whole thing. It's a little bit off, but I think we can handle that. Oh, let's bring it back down to earth. How is it straightness wise? This is the problem right here, huh? But I do like the angle that it's crossing at. It's just, yeah, it's a little tough to. So we're gonna do it 1, 2, 3. Is that slooping back down? No. Yeah, so let's put it so it looks like kind of a straight bridge anyway. See, when you look at it this way, when you get it nice and straight, you can't really tell if, you know, and I sort of want just the maximum room in between each one of those. Is that too much? Yeah, it's like a little bit too much. Considering, yeah, we'll take it back just a little bit more. Yeah, like right there. If I can remember that spot, like right there. Yeah, see, that's a little too much. This is probably, yeah, and that should give us enough. Hopefully it gives us enough. I mean, I don't know what we're even going to bring from over there that much anyway, so let's just call it good enough. So let's do Q. right? And then what I'm thinking of is we bring this road back a bit. Could be a little bit awkward, but you know, we might consider a road. I really want to get a road from here to there. I don't necessarily want to build another bridge across here. I mean, can I get up this hill? And just, even if this was, well, that wasn't the best place to do that. You know, can I get across those tracks? And again, if nothing else, just so that these other guys can help us with our construction a bit. Will you attach? Right, I know that crosses the tracks, but, you know, again, this is more of a fast construction road, even though it'll be asphalted. And then, you know, all these other guys are attached. And we may consider making some of these asphalt as time goes on. But the good news is we now have a target for where we can pass through with our railroad tracks. And this will be a permanent road over to here, obviously. I don't think we're going to take her down that bridge, I hope, at any time soon. All right, so let's get that guy, and this guy. You know, I'm going to take him all the way back to here, and this guy's going to have to go and join him. Nice. Okay, now I want to see, can we loop these guys down? You won't turn green. Yeah, you'll turn a little bit green there. So what that means is, yeah, I want to kind of bring them out. You know, why won't you turn green? Let's go like this. Yeah. Come on, be green. All right, and then, oh. Can we get that guy to... Yeah, that actually works out pretty darn well, doesn't it? And then this guy... come out straight a little bit for the sake of signaling and then join back up. And if we have to, we'll figure out more tracks in and out of there, right? And then as we come back up this way, yeah, so now the question is, I'm thinking for now, because we don't know how many trains, yeah, you know what, let's take this guy right alongside of that one. Because this is actually going to have to cross, right? Which is fine. Like if we're going to do our right-hand drive kind of thing. Right, that guy would have to cross that one. And we'll keep this guy off to this side of all of our rail constructions. And then this guy, let me switch. Yeah, this guy, yeah, let's build this one over. And this guy will be able to nicely just attach there. And this could come straight a little bit and then attach, say, like that. Good, so they should be able to loop in here and come back out the other one way and head back over to wherever it is they came from. And we will worry about laying, let's get it out of the region. I think, I messed that up. It didn't partner with it down the other end. No, stop that. Yeah, and then this guy, I'm not worried about him being able to attach. It's obvious that he will one day be able to attach. So let's go down and get rid of this railroad just so we don't accidentally build it. That's not how you delete those. Let's come from there so we don't grab the wrong thing. All right, good. So we seem to be able to attach to those things. I mean, we could get a number of trains on here. Let's see how it goes. I don't really have a good picture of how the flow is going to go. And then eventually we'll bring that train down through here once we're ready to and attach him to our steel mills over here. I've also mentioned, more power plants maybe over here. We are going to have a coal mine over this area, so we'll have to see. We may try to do something with the excess coal here if there is such a thing, or we may be bringing in coal. So it's all going to be a big balancing act, which will be, do you build it for the maximum or do you, but at the very least, we have a plan for getting extra coal out of here if we want to, which, we'll see how it goes. Or we end up building more power plants down here. Let's see how it all goes. Now, the only other thing is I think I would like to bring some power lines from over here at that point. And let's see, where are we? Power lines. The high voltage short. Well, yeah, let's start out with the high voltage short. So we'll come here. You know what? I want to do something real quick. Let's just level. No, what are you doing? That's sort of a big bump. I just want to get it a little more level than that anyway. And that railroad, or that building is really in the way of this process. Turn it red or yellow, and then you can come back to it again. And then we could probably just do a little bit of this. Though it never is quite as perfect. See, like it grabs its own zone, and then it has like this problem. So let's just bulldoze that for a minute. And cancel that so it's not in our way. And see if we can't level this out a little bit better. Just so it looks nice for the future. Right? Yeah, so even there could be better. Nice, much better, much nicer. All right, so you're gonna go like this way, right? Hopefully. No, you know what, I'm gonna bring you past here. All right, good enough. So now, always something in the game, huh? Yeah, I don't want you to come out too far. Why are you doing that to me? Like, building in the way? You would think they would design it so that the building wouldn't be too in the way, right? All right. I'm going to kind of come along this ridge. There. So where is our power line up this way? And we don't have one yet. But do we have a switch? Yes. All right, so where are we at with both of these? Well, probably went one too far, right? Can we get a switch in? Yeah, that's all railroad track, so it might be a little bit tough to build this. What are you doing now? Now, why are you just sitting there? Oh, because... All right. I'm just going to plop a signal here and a signal here. Is it because we're attached? Why do you have a red signal? Is it because of that? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we don't really have... Okay. Okay, they were feeding back on each other. All right, well, we'll have to take a better look at that at some point in the near future. But let's go back to our high voltage, because I really want to call this done before the end of this episode, or at least somewhat done, right? Yeah, so if we can come over here, yeah, maybe we bring that power line. Yeah, I kind of want to stay out of this area anyway, so I think we're better off dropping down to here. So let's do that. I want to do... Yeah, like this, I think. Right, because this guy, is he already all powered up? No, he's not at all. So, never mind on that. Let's bulldoze this. And we're going to have to spend a minute taking a look at how everybody's doing here, too. High voltage switch. So, yeah, this one can go like this. And then this one would go like this, right? Yeah, something like that. So we'll attach, let's get rid of this one altogether. And then we're going to take him and come down into this area. All right, keeping it a little bit away from our tracks where we plan on laying our tracks. And that would attach to there, and then this guy will attach to there, which means that this guy, yeah, I don't want to get too close to the tracks, can kind of come up through this goofiness maybe. Right, so if we're going to make a grid out of the whole thing, somehow we can send this guy, well, you know what, do we have, yeah, for now, why don't we, well, let's keep it out of the way of what we've already decided to do. There we go. All right, and then the only other thing I think I'd like to do, well, not the only other thing, but I think I'm going to put in another electrical connector to these tracks somewhere over here, but I don't think, maybe we won't do that just now. All right, so now we have electricity over in this area, but we haven't electrified any of this stuff. So there's a whole nother task, huh? And some of these things are going to use a fair amount of power, I think. And we want to consider, yeah, so this guy will get, this guy would cover. There we go. We got a road built over to him. That's good. Yeah, this guy will cover all of this. And then this guy, where do we? Oh, it just committed all our roads, didn't it, by putting that down? Yeah, this guy, he definitely needs, how do we need power? Yeah, you know what we need? Need to stay up this way a little bit further. Zoom out so we can see the whole, everything it's covering. Yeah, a little bit of redundancy there, but I'm kind of okay with that. Right, yeah. All right, so then we'll need another one that covers like this general area. There's no road up to this place here, or is there? Yeah, see, I'm thinking we should probably bring a transformer. Or do we just, or how much are we going to use here? Yeah, there's nothing down this way. So this would cover the remainder. Right? Can we cheat it this way more? Get another building? No, as soon as we lose that, pick up that one. So why, oh, okay. So what we can do, like right there, right? Yeah, and that'll get more buildings. So we still need to get all these down here. And did we get, I don't think we've gotten this one. So could we, well, these are all just tracks right there. Can we get one? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got everything up there covered. Can't build. No, okay, can I spin you around? And no, you're getting too far away from that one, which would be really nice to pick up. Yeah, I think that is gonna get them all. And then I think the power plants cover their own area, don't they? All right, so that'll be enough of that for the moment. And then now we need to be able to find all those buggers in this big mess. Yeah, these. Yeah, are they not? Oh, there it is. All right, so this is the furthest one over this way. Let's see if we can't turn him the maximum. We'll be able to see these. Maybe this way. And then this guy is right here. And there's another one, yeah, up here. Yeah, we'll definitely be able to see these white standing out. And then another one. Here. All right, so I'm feeling like we need another one down here, but I'm not sure if this power plant won't cover it, right? But you know what? I'm thinking just because why be so cheap? Yeah, I think that'll just sort of guarantee everybody else has some coverage. All right, and then that guy needs to get out. What's wrong? Building in the way? All right, so why don't we put a, where is this one going from and to? Like here, yeah, why don't we put a line? I mean, we could do this with separate lines. Let's try to do 3 separate lines, right? Just so that we can, oh, you know what, do we have this other coal mine covered? We'll see, but this will be the line that does the furthest, like we'll head one for each coal mine, right? Like off of these low voltage ones. So this one will head all the way over this way because it's, and then we'll just decide what we're going to pick up from where. You know what? Can we make it a little shorter? All right, does that make sense? I don't think we need. There, so that guy would more or less be able to power this coal mine, and then we'll have another one. Let me do something. I want to get rid of one of these. And we'll have this guy. And then I think it will pick up. Yeah, where does this? This one probably does that other coal mine, doesn't it? Yeah, the building's going to be in the way. All right, but we can get this guy out. I put 2 poles there. All right, and then this one we're going to get rid of. Oh, didn't I get rid of the whole thing? I hope. If not, we'll have a phantom. Phantom kind of thing there. Right, I think that's just 1 pole. All right, so that covers all of that, except we didn't get this one over here. Which, can we get a switch in? Yeah, we'll be able to get a switch in over here. Cancel the wires right there. And give me a medium switch right there. And then this guy can probably come up to here. Well, there are a lot of little details to work out, huh? And we'll bring that guy, say there, and there. Did that get them all? No. All right, so hopefully we won't overload this one if we put another switch in right here. It would be nicer if we could kind of balance it out more, but I don't think these, I think the coal mines may take a fair amount, but I'm not too worried about these other things. So this switch would have to go like this-ish. Did you attach? Oh, yeah. Okay. So I think that's all attached. I'm sure there's going to be issues with it, but we need to now get a little bit of road action going. I wonder how all of my construction crews are doing. Can you just loop one around? Yeah, a little dirt road for you. You are not going to loop around too well. You know what we're going to do first? Yeah, don't do that. We're going to come off of here. And then we're going to come like this. Oh. And fire station. Let us not forget our fire station. Now, fire station. We're going to need to be close enough to where we have some people. Right? Like, I mean, we're having a little bit of a busing experiment down here. Let's turn off this wireframe. I don't think we actually need that anymore. How far does one of these fire stations actually cover? Really good distance, doesn't it? Look, we're, you know what I mean? Like that's a really big difference. Like from half, like it would cover, like one fire station in this area would cover like kind of everything. Like I'm thinking along this road, but where would we pick up the workers, right? Because we don't, this worker bus system is still in white here. You know what I'm thinking of doing is maybe we just end up with 2 of them. And because we'll have some workers up here, pretty, you know, like maybe we cheat it down this way where we can think they'll get to that, right? So let's see, how far will they walk? Yeah, we just put that right there, but we could build a road across to it and then have like we can have a footpath come over to here maybe. The only thing I would want to do though is, yeah, let's do, if we're gonna have a firehouse, let's come with a paved road. And what I'm thinking of is, it's a little hard to, I wish that placing those things didn't actually turn these. I liked the fact that they were white and stood out. So what I'm thinking of is we want this firehouse to get pretty good access to everything, right? Come on. It's not quite what I wanted, but I'll take it. Right, and by putting that guy in there, like we don't want him taking forever to get to things. We just want to make sure that if he's on roads, they're not these like kind of dead end type. Yeah, can we get under that conveyor? No. Let's see, what is that conveyor? Yeah, I would think we could get under that conveyor. Maybe we might not. Is it because? Yeah, let's get rid of some power lines. Let's see if that's not our problem. Okay, it just wants to go that way. So we're going to pave that road. And it's kind of goofy when you... So can I just take that back a little bit? Yep. All right, and then let's try to reconnect our electric. And then I'm going to delete this road. I'm getting close to... Oops, I didn't really mean to do that. Yeah, I definitely didn't mean to do that. That's going to make things difficult. Yeah, we'll just make that paved for the minute. And then we'll reattach this. Yeah, because I want the fire trucks to be on a paved road. And then I'll come back and delete this. And that can be gravel. I didn't delete the whole thing. And then that can be gravel. No. Why do you attach now? Now you can be gravel. All right, so they can get out this way. They can get all into here pretty quickly. They can get over to here, which means they can get over to that road. So it might take them a while to get all the way down there, but at least for now, the roads we redid, if we put a firehouse, thank you, game save. If we put a fire station here, or can we even get it in here? Yeah. All right, let's level a little bit. Many times if you level things before placing the building, it will actually fit. I'll be very disappointed if it doesn't fit in that massive spot right there. Yeah, see, when you place a building, it completes the roads, like every road on the map. All right, well, that's fine. Like, I think that they're going to be well within range of this. And then before we even forget, because the firehouse is so important, let's see if we make sure we can get them a footpath. Well, this will be kind of, they can use the road a bit, right? Let's see. Yeah, we can get out of there, but can we get, yeah. I don't know if they'll walk that footpath ever, but, and we probably need more footpaths as life goes on. Let me commit to all the footpaths. Like, in other words, I need to, once, as we start getting this built, I'm sure we'll put a footpath or two so they can get to wherever they're going to work, right? But since the firehouse is so important, I'd like to get that put down. And then once that's built, we'll kind of take an eye and see how much of this it does. But I think we might end up with another one down here. Well, you know what? We're going to end up with another one down here. And we should probably put it up sooner than later because any of these buildings could catch on fire at any moment. What about down here? Look, we got a bus stop right there, and it'll kind of cover what that other one doesn't if we put it down this way. I think it'll fit in right there nicely. Right? And so that means that we should probably start, well, we need to get this road finished anyhow. Look, and that guy's done. Yeah, a lot of people are probably done. I think I'm going to call it quits here. We're over an hour. And what did I do? At some point, I would we need to get more construction work done here, right? Oh, okay, now we got this little stupid stretch. All right, well, that'll keep them busy for 10 seconds while I say goodbye to you guys. So I think that we're in pretty good shape over here. If you guys can think of anything else, let me commit to everything. But, you know, I know we're not attached everywhere with everything, but we've got a road in, so we can start building that road in and doing construction. We can talk about another construction thing down in this area. We don't, you know, let's see how it goes, because we got an awful lot of construction now. But we also have some more construction guys that aren't being used 100%. But I could certainly see the logic in plopping another construction kind of thing that would just feed off of this one. But we've got people coming in by train. We've got coal going back out. I think we've got this powered up, and then eventually we'll have to make sure this is all powered up, which shouldn't be too hard. We got a substation right there. Just a matter of plopping in a few substations. And this area is not nearly as big and spread out as this one was. So let's commit to all of this kind of stuff. And I'm sure we'll have, like I said, things we've missed. But hey, that's the nature of this game, isn't it? So what else is white? We got one little conveyor I can see over there. All right, well, I think I'm going to call this, you know, for the most part, this area is done. It's just now it's a matter of building it. This area is done. Well, not done, but this area is built enough that we can really talk about getting a few people in and start building on it. And we are working on this somewhat diligently. And we will, you know, continue this little depot. And then once that's done, we can talk about building other ones where we can start improving our distribution of food and meat and that kind of thing. So good. So I think we're making some real design progress. Now we just got to ramp up the construction. How are we doing on steel? Well, we've got steel. Not a whole lot, but hopefully turning off the export of steel has helped us catch up a bit. So we'll see what happens. I see our dollars are going up quite nicely. I think that's because let's just do one last thing before I officially, oh good, it's sitting in the thing. How can we stop this guy without sending him back? Is there any way? No, I don't want to sell him. Yeah, let's send him back to the depot for now, just because we'll let our bitumen build up a little bit. And that way look, the fuel is, well, that's the fuel export tank. So we are still running, right? Even though we're filled here. But I don't want to sell any more bitumen. We'll let that, yeah, we're fine on selling bitumen for a few minutes. Though we'll forget, and then it'll cause a problem again. But at least we'll have the train ready to go to fix that, you know. But we're in good shape. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Probably wasn't the most exciting ever built, but we can now say, and why didn't I commit to that conveyor? There we go. Conveyor got pinned. But, you know, we've got this completed. So this is a pretty interesting experiment. We'll see how it goes. All right. I hope I see you another episode of the Reverstan Space Agency. So hopefully that goes, you know, pretty well. We'll see how our Revernauts make out. Hey guys, I hope you have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.